So the entire landscape started probably in 2008 when the government started, a grant system for startup projects. So they give grants to startups at about 50,000 Sing per project. So that started sort of the ball rolling, and then in the midst of that there is the global financial crisis. So it was rolling, but not that fast. But at 2009 it became faster because a lot of people don't have jobs, so they started companies.
So in Singapore, it's the most advanced of the Southeast Asian markets. It also is the center of banking and obviously finance. So as a result, there's a cluster of, particularly in my space, fintech, insurtech companies in this market. That all being said, Singapore is a very small market. The population is, again, one of the smallest in the region. But in terms of per capita wealth or income, it's also the highest. So it's an unusual market in the sense that it's very advanced, but the market is small. So typically for startups, they may start here because infrastructure is good, there's funding available, but typically you're going after larger markets like Indonesia or Thailand or Malaysia or whatever the case may be.
Market, for sure, it's just too small. A lot of people like to use an excuse that we are a test bed just because we are a small market. So market is a disadvantage. Talent, I would say we probably don't enough have tech talent developers just because our population are really small. Hence, we rely a lot of foreign talent and maybe expensive. It's a really expensive place to be in. I think we will rank almost #1 or at least the top 3 most expensive city in the world.
If you are a startup looking to tackle the ASEAN market and you don't want to have a huge culture shock, you want a safe environment, you want to test the market first, we suggest you to land yourself in Singapore.
Singapore is very, very interesting. In a lot of other countries, it is led by the commercial sector. In Singapore, it is led by the government because, number one, we have the benefit of being small and nimble. So the government is able to then say, hey, look, this is the direction that we're looking to go. And the moment they set the direction, everybody falls in line and goes.
One, I would always say, is the rule of law, right? It's clean. Both as an entrepreneur, as an investor, you have confidence that there was a set of rules that are fair. It doesn't necessarily go your way, but it's a fair, which is a lot compared to other countries in Southeast Asia. Okay?
Everything here is pretty efficient. Incorporation of a company takes a day. In our neighboring country, it can range from a couple of days to a couple of months.
There are many, many grants available, right, for the startups in the initial phase. As you know, as a startup, you don't have very much money. And these kinds of grants from the government would be extremely useful for them.
In Singapore, there's numerous grants and, as I mentioned, government-linked or government-supported funds. They do tend to follow a flavor in terms of what they're looking for. So as a startup, you kind of have to fit the mold of whatever is they're trying to encourage. So it could be in e-commerce, it could be in fintech, and they tend to evolve over a period of time. So there are entrepreneurs who specialize in getting grants.
I think if an entrepreneur can make it, he should be able to make it with or without government support. But on the other hand, being an entrepreneur, you take whatever works and whatever helps you to get there faster.
One word. It is evolving.
It's growing. The word is growing. It's not a mature ecosystem, but it is growing.
I'll use the word Godspeed. When I first joined Infocom Investments 2 years ago, almost 2 years ago, as compared to what it is today, you can see the ecosystem growing at such a tremendous speed that everything happens in a flash.
I would still use the word vibrant. It's vibrant.
Vibrant.
Can you say it again?
Vibrant.
Can you explain just a little bit about vibrant?
Vibrant means there are little bits of every single ecosystem pillars that are happening here. So there are angels, there are founders, there are governments. So every single pillar is doing something. There's capital, there is local industry buying things from startups. So there's, everyone's playing a role here.
Sum up the Singaporean ecosystem in one word. Like if you have to choose one word to sum up the things you see here.
Efficient. I think that's Singapore in a nutshell. It's clean, it works. That's a positive thing. Yeah?